Hello and welcome. I am Dr. Anil Joshi. Welcome you to my series Iconology and Temple Architecture Perspectives. As it is seen, Hampi is full of magnificent, glorious and gorgeous things. May it be a temple, may it be a palace, may it be a just ceremonial ground, or may it be a temple. It is full of wonders and something different. That's why the temples has got a style that is called Vijayanagara type of or style of architecture. Hello and welcome. We are meeting again in Hampi. Hampi is very important, not only from those who follow religion, but also for those who follow history and for also those who want to know why India was called as the most prosperous country in the world, why Vijayanagar was called as the richest town, richer than Rome at its time, that is in 15th century. So for that it has to meet certain criteria. It has to have a biggest trading center. It was the biggest trading center in Asia as far as horses, diamonds, gold, silver are concerned. Not only that, it was also a biggest market for the weapons, then also for those who want to sell their horses, then camels, believe it, camel I said, even camels were sold here, and the city was so prosperous that it had a supermarket of diamonds, silver and gold separately, horse market separately, so also a market of pan supari, that was also a separate big market having stalls, hundreds of stalls were there. Now all these things were attracting many foreign visitors. Is it that the only place for trading? No, it was also a historical place. A lot of events mentioned in Puranas and Ramayanas have occurred here. This was a Kishkinda in Puranas, in Ramayana. It was the birthplace of Lord Hanumana. It was a kingdom of Vali and Sugriva, and Prabhu Ramachandra has stayed here while going to Sri Lanka for a couple of days. He has worshipped here Shiva, whose temple is still there, and also there are many other architectural, iconological, temple designing point of view, like a Vithala temple which has got a musical pillar. Here there are plates which can sing. After Vithala temple you can also see big Gopuram that was there in the Hampi. Big Gopuram singing pillars of Vithala, and also royal enclosures. Now royal enclosures means it was a king's palace and a place for activity at that time. You can see ruins, but that can give you how much gorgeous it would have been. We have heard of stories of Telani Ram and Krishna Dev Raya, which has occurred here. Now here there are big elephant stables, which means that they have large number of elephants with them. They were having processions of horses, elephants there in front of stable. Then they have a large zanana, which was including a lotus palace. Then also there is queen's bath, summer palaces. Their queens were staying absolutely in comfort. And what kings were doing? Every day morning they were going for a war exercises. That was in front of elephant stable, where they had teachers right from Mongolia. So they are learning all arts of war here. And you can also see certain pushpakaranis, that is wells, the designing of which is at such a geometry and with such a preciseness that you will be just stunned looking at it. And believe it, it was constructed in a very short time. Go anywhere in the town, you will find a Gopuram of Virupaksha temple. Go anywhere in town, you will see hills of the Matunga hills, then Hanuman birthplace, that is Anjanadri hills. So also many temples, many supermarkets. So do visit Hampi after a brief idea. Main aim of our series is to give you a brief idea about multiple monuments. However, that is not possible to cover in one lecture. Therefore, we have got multiple lectures. Stay tuned to us, see our multiple videos, subscribe to us and enjoy the wealth of knowledge and know why India was the most powerful, why Vijayanagara Samrajya was most powerful, why it was the largest supermarket, why it was attracting tourists all throughout. and what was the technological advances. Let's get going to each topic. Now, one of the typical of it we are going to see today, that is Achyutraya temple. Now, Achyutraya temple gets less visitors, maybe because of its location slightly away from it, and maybe because less number of people knows about it. The temple is dedicated to Lord Tiruvengalanatha, a form of Vishnu. He is Vishnu. Lord Vishnu is also called by this name, and is constructed by a high officer in Achyutraya's court, and hence the name is given as Achyutraya's temple. The Achyutraya market and temple, they are next to each other, and Achyutraya market is in between Achyutraya temple and Varaha temple. The temple complex and the ruined market street in front of it sits in a semi-secluded valley created by two hills. One thing is Gandhamadana and second is Matanga hills. Then partially due to its off-center location and maybe because of, I said, ignorance, less number of people comes here, and they do not really appreciate what is really glorious in Vijayanagar, because it is a very special, very characteristic and very much different, and speaks clearly of what is Vijayanagara style of architecture. It was constructed in 1534, so slightly later than other temples, or the earlier temple we can call is were less refined as compared to this. But exception is Vittala temple. We have seen it. We have seen the carvings, we have seen the musical pillars. But one thing special about Hampi is not only the pillars of Vittala temple sings, but also there are a lot of other temples where we got musical pillars. Then there are musical stones, musical plates, lot of things they sing. So Hampi is special, Vijayanagara is special, and the constructions are special. Now, this is slightly before the empire ruined. So temple was practically completed before the war of Talikota. It is one of the major splendor and awesome inspiring temple of Hampi located between the two hills adjacent to Matanga hill. The magnificent temple depicts Vijayanagara architecture style of temple at its best. This was amongst the dazzling temples which were constructed and celebrated city's prior decline, that is before Talikota war. Unfortunately, the elegant and striking temple is in ruin form, but a lot of good work is done by archaeology department. They are trying to restore it, and we can imagine what should be its glorious appearance when it was at its peak. The main shrine is located at the center of the two rectangular concentric courtyards. The inner side of both the courtyards walls are lined with cloisters of pillared verandas. The outer cloisters are mostly in ruin, but the pillars scattered randomly along the base walls. Two huge ruined towers, one behind another, gives access to the temple courtyard. This tiny shrine chambers once enriched an idol of Garuda. See, this is another speciality of Vijayanagara. Here you will get a mandapas specially decorated for the vehicles also. Now Garuda is a vehicle of Lord Vishnu, like Nandi for Shiva. So they have got different mandapas for them. And here Garuda, not only here it is a different just mandap, but it was decorated. And we had another Garuda chariot at Vittala temple, very, very special of the Vijayanagara. So this one must remember in specialities of Vijayanagara. The open hall just ahead speaks some of the finest carved pillars in Hampi. We are going to see it in pictures. The either side of porch, the pillars spot lion-faced rampant yalis standing on elephant. So yali is a imaginary hybrid animal consisting of features of multiple animals. It's imaginary, but it speaks of power, strength, skill and speed. On the other side of the porch are the pillars spotted with yalis. The armed soldier riding the yali hold the chains hanging from the beast mouth. So this is very interesting. That speaks of power. On most powerful animal, you are sitting and you are on full control with it. The whole theme is carved on a monolith block of rocks. Interesting. The two club holding giant doorway guard deities stand on either side of door to the inner sanctum. The sanctum with this circumambulatory corridor around it's empty and is dark. Though harmless, the noisy beasts are there. They are there, but don't get scared of it. They will not do anything to it. They have got nothing to do with the visitors. The west of the main shrine is the twin-chambered shrine of the goddess. The close look at the carvings on the pillars in the hall can reveal many themes like Lord Krishna playing flute and the cows watching him with interest. His flute tunes were so wonderful that everybody was watching, enchanting. Lord Vishnu blesses an elephant. The infant Krishna dances holding the snake by its tail. So that's bravery. At the northwest corner of the outer compound, a Kalyana Mandapa, that is Kalyan Mandapa, is for auspicious occasions like marriages, then annual wedding ceremonies or any auspicious ceremonies. This was used, and one of the function conducted by temple was this social activity. A water channel is seen running along the second compound. In front of the temple is a wild courtyard street. A tiny exit at the northwest of the outer compound wall can take you to the borders where a 10-headed fierce goddess's image is carved on the rock surface. A narrow path further winds southward and joins the path of the Matanga hilltop. So this is the location and the ways which goes to it. But one of interesting way also goes to the paintings which were 5,000 years back. So you must see them also. You will have to walk a little bit in rocks, but it is worth it. There are mainly two ways to reach the Achyutraya temple. Take a side trip from the Kodandarama temple. Kodandarama temple is along this banks of the Tungabhadra. So you can take a way from Kodandarama, then King's Balance, you can also have a look at it, and also from riverside ruins you can see, and you can walk down here, which we have followed, that comes to Varaha temple here, and in between you can see Achyutraya market also. Then east of the Kondarama temple on the tail you would spot a signpost directing towards the temple. Now you are into the Caution Street with rows of ruined pavilions on either side leading towards the main tower of the Achyutraya temple. Another way is to climb the steps near the monolith bull Nandi. From there you can straight go to the Virupaksha temple also through that market at the east side of the Hampi Bazaar. This is the quicker way to reach the Hampi Bazaar to Achyutraya. We had taken this route and I'll show you the pictures. These pictures are also shown in the video of the bazaars, in which this way is shown, where the Virupaksha temple bazaar, how it is seen from all the four sides it is shown. Also it offers you a good perspective of the temple plan for the hilltop. A visit to the Hanumana shrine on the way is a bonus, you must do it. Those who venture to climb the Matanga hill, even part of it, can get a fine view of this temple campus from the top. And Matanga hill is an excellent spot for sunrise and sunset. So those who are lovers of photography should go in that area at these times. Don't miss these golden hours. Then both the temples and the Caution Street in front, there is no admission fee. It is free, you can take photographs, you can move around, you can relax here. Now what is the history? The Achyutraya temple got built during the rules of the Achyutraya, who was one of the emperors of the Vijayanagara Empire. He came to power by succeeding his elder brother Krishna Devaraya in 1529. So actual golden period of the Vijayanagara Empire. The stunning and heavily temple devoted to the Lord Tiruvengalanatha. So Tiruvengalanatha is a name of Lord Vishnu. So he was devotee of Lord Vishnu and he has constructed temple for him. Thus the temple was initially known as Tiruvengalanatha temple. So Tiruvengalanatha temple subsequently became Achyutraya temple. However, later on it became called as the king who reigned in it was built. So his name was given as Achyutraya temple. Now this is a map for those who are interested. Gateway, Kalyan Mandapa, then colonnade, open hall, main shrine, then shrine of goddess, then Veerabhadra temple, shrine of Garuda, then Durga shrine and Godson street. This is the map for those who are interested. That is what we say from monolith. Nandi also you can walk here, that is shortcut, or you can come from the Kodandarama temple or from Vithala temple. Anywhere you can come. There are a lot of ways for it. Now we'll have 360 degrees views of this temple, beautifully arched. This is from external, both are from external. Slowly we'll migrate to all around the side. This is just inside we are entered. Watch the video. Then these spaces you can see, they are meant for the people who come from outside to offer their pujas. They have to stay, so these rooms are meant for them. They stay here, they can cook the food and they can offer their worship. After that, they can go back to their houses. So almost all the temples, whether you go to Hampi, whether you go to Bellur or Hayabiddu, you will find same type of not exactly rooms, but a room-like structure, a partial shelter where people can take a rest. Lot of things are covered in videography also, which is a part of this presentation. This is to give you a 180-degree view of what you are seeing. That is the panoramic view. Almost every corner we have photographed, so that you will know each and every carving, each and every pillar, why this temple is special, uniqueness of the temple. And here you will see that the construction is done by two things. One thing is by stone also and by the bricks also, which is the speciality of Vijayanagara. Earlier few temples were built only with the stones, but this temple they have used both the things. They have used stones also and they have used bricks also. The brick constructions are not as much sturdy, as much long lasting as that of the stones, so they get ruined faster. With that, we are coming to end of this lecture. I thank you for giving me your valuable time. If I have missed something, if my knowledge is lagging somewhere, please point it out. In case if I given you knowledge, then give us a like, and if you feel you want to see more videos like this, then you can subscribe us. Thank you, goodbye and take care. See you in next video soon, which I am very sure.